very good evening to all the participants. I, Shreya Sinha, on behalf of Organizing Committee of School of Happiness, Ramanujan College, welcome you all to this session. I wholeheartedly welcome the resource person of the day, Dr. Jagannath Chaudhary, a very warm and caring person by heart. Sir is also a great singer and will embrace us today by sharing his words of wisdom on what he means by happiness. Over to you, sir.
Okay, thank you, Shreya. Thank you very much. It's a wonderful evening. I'm very much happy to be here with all these, inquisitive people. Good evening to all, and I welcome all the participants and thank the organizers to welcome me here. And today I'm asked by the organizers specifically to speak on the human values, the humility, universality, magnanimity, affinity, and naturality. These are some of the essential good traits of human being, what we call human values. What is human values? Peace of mind produces the right values. Right values produce the right thoughts, and right thoughts produce right actions. When values, thoughts, feelings, and actions are in alignment, a person becomes focused and the character is strengthened. This is what we call the human values. Human values, you can say that are the yield from the field of human nature. We have, how you might have heard about human nature, how the basic human nature creates the state of nature. And we assume so many things before the state came into being. What we call the state of nature, that is the sum total of human nature. If human nature is essentially good, then your state of nature will be very good. If human nature is bad, then it essentially the state of nature will be bad. But it is because of the presence of negative and positivity, the human brain started thinking that how to live in a society, how to behave in a society, how to live in peace and harmony. So our great sages, great philosophers, they thought about it and they started creating human values and started teaching, preaching, so that man can, coexist peacefully and man can live with peace and harmony. So we have to make decisions all through our life, and how to make a good decision, whether my good decision is detrimental to the society, if my decisions are good for the people, if I'm doing something which is not good for the society. So whatever I'm doing, it shouldn't have a negative effect on the society. So when how do you make the right decisions in life? That is one significant question. Does God appear in a dream and say that you behave like this or you take the decisions like this? Human values are a set of emotional rules that guide us to make the right decisions. When values are utilized in a professional setting, they are called ethics. So ethics is a moral, mystical, and metaphysical concept over the period of time. They have devised to make the society more peaceful and to live in a harmony and live in more mental stability. So whether you are at home or at your workplace, you would need to make decisions every juncture of your life, even in personal relationship and our everyday equation with the people. We have to choose how to behave in a society. That is one important aspect of your life in a society. Today we are going to discuss about human values and how they guide. There is a difference between human values and cultural values as well. So now let me highlight the basic value that all of we people possess. What are those human values? One is brotherhood, what you call fraternity, a fellow feelingness. We are brothers. Okay. Then friendship. In society, we also make friends. We think alike, or we have something likings are the same. Then acceptance. We also accept certain things, and people also accept something from you. That is also one great human trait, or what you call value. Then recognition. Everybody wants recognition. Then everybody wants appreciation also. Then you always expect honesty, loyalty, fairness, solidarity, and sharing at every juncture of your life or the people you come across. Then, well, respect. Everybody wants respect, and everybody wants consideration, and everybody wants the civility in every human being. So this is how we are living in a society, expecting so many things, and people also expect so many things from you. And if all these human values work in harmony, then a civil society or egalitarian society is possible, and where we can live peacefully with all our, desires fulfilled. Then now talk of honesty. Honesty is always expected. You should be honest. Honesty is the best policy. What you say. Let us begin with honesty, that everyone say that honesty is a best policy, but not all of us are, abide by it. There are times in life when, being honest becomes a very, important, not important, very impossible task. Telling a lie can be difficult because you will have to support the lie with evidence, time and again. Lies can change, but truth remains static. Now, let us come to some other aspect that is called love. It is also one of the human value. If you are filled with love, you lead a very happy life. If you are filled with hatred, you can't live a happy life. So love is very, very essential, very, very, important in your life, because love fills your mind, heart, and soul with joy. It is only love which is gift from the God. A person who is filled with hatred will never be at peace, but love can help the individual become a better human being. When you have love in your heart, you are able to care for people, do good deeds, and think well of others. A person in love will have a positive frame of mind. So we have got so many other aspects now. Love is, not just about the what you call your uh, romantic partners. Love and compassion are the feelings for your parents, your siblings, friends, even animals. So this is one of the important aspect, that always try to love people, love mankind. Even you extend your love to your animals, then it gives you a very positive feeling, and that has got, a positive vibration in your mind. Then I'll come to another important aspect, because you're students, I'm a teacher. How listening help build your personality, and how listening help build good relationship, and how listening help build your, a career. Most of us are, too much focused on responding before listening. When we are talking to a friend, or you are talking to a teacher, or we are talking to a relation. So what we have to do, that we always try to respond before listening. Then I would like to make a different differentiation between hearing and listening. So hearing is when we hear from one and we do not observe it. What we call एक कान से सुनकर दूसरे कान से निकालना, वो होता है hearing, सुनना. But listening is when you hear, observe, understand, and keep it in your mind as a reference point. So you are listening today, you're not hearing, you're listening. So you listen, you observe, and understand, try to understand, and then you keep it in your mind for a reference point. People hear out, but not everyone listens. But a doctor listens because they hear out, understand, then they prescribe medicine. A psychologist also listens and understands the problem of his patient, and he prescribes the right treatment. So listening is an important skill, because that is how we build lasting relationships. If we hear out and not understand what the other person is saying, we are not being a good friend, nor good parent, nor a good lover, or even a student. Right now, I am giving a lecture on human values, and my mind and heart aspires that you listen and observe what I say. Is that an unreasonable expectation? No. When a person spends considerable time to share something relevant and helpful for you, you must listen and observe it. So listening is essential, especially when the speaker has something relevant and useful to say. These are what I say about listening. It is some of the tips for happiness. You sometimes you listen the things you don't like, then you make it a hearing. इस कान से सुनो, दूसरे कान से निकालो. If you listen some good thing, observe it, keep it, and keep it for future sharing. Now comes to appreciation. It is also one of the essential trait of human being. Everybody wants to be appreciated. There is a magic word called Vah. When you say Vah, you get a very good positive feeling from within, and the person who listens, Vah, he also gets very much enamored by. So, why to be, a pauper in words? Say Vah. Oh, what a good achievement. So, appreciation is one of the best thing in today's world. Nobody wants to appreciate another person. There is a new trend of letting others down by depressing them psychologically. Who you might have come across people, those who want to make you psychologically depressed, say some negative things, or give a cast some aspersion on you. But never ever do that. In fact, appreciation or compliments are only received when the person wants something in return. You might have come across these people, those who falsely, appreciate because they want something to get from you. So the age of genuine appreciation has faded away. When someone helps you, it is important to recognize and appreciate their effort. Sadly, today's world does not do that even, but it is a very important human value. You must give appreciation. It will not make you a pauper. You are not going to lose anything. And when you appreciate, you also get a good feeling, and the person who gets appreciation, he also feels good. This is human nature. So now let us take the example of mothers. They shower unconditional love on a child, husband, and all other family members. So mothers spend considerable amount of time raising their kids, reserving the best, stock of goods, or paratha, best paratha, a piece of chicken for their child. They will go hungry. The mothers will go hungry, but just so that the husband and kids don't starve. This is unconditional love. So appreciate this. You are a human being. You are mother. You are parents. You try to appreciate what they renounce many things for your betterment. Now I'll come to some the other aspect, that is called respect. Nobody can demand respect, or it is on. The respect is on, not demanded. At the same time, it is a core human value. Ever since childhood, parents instill certain human values and respect in one of the form or the other. Hindus touch the feet of their elders, fold their hands, and seek apology, and also greet others. Respect is not just about holding hands and touching the feet. Respect is a deep feeling of admiration towards someone. It is the due regard for the feelings, rights, and wishes of the people. Whether it is a romantic relationship or a relationship between parents and children or boss and colleagues, respect is highly essential. Your partner wants you to respect their freedom, time, flaws, abilities, and love. Your parents want you to respect their love and decisions they make for your well-being. Your boss wants you to respect their professional decisions and deadlines. A teacher wants the students to respect their time, knowledge, and also their profession. So there is also another form of respect, which is involuntary. We respect celebrities, cricket players, hockey players, certain politicians, and inspiring public figures. We respect them voluntarily for the work they do and how they inspire the whole world. So human values are essential, not for just surviving, but for also thriving. All these human values are essential when you give respect, love, loyalty, appreciation, acceptance, listening, and empathy. People are naturally attracted towards you. These are some of the human traits that attracts the people. People, they get attracted towards your personality. Now that we know about these basic human values, let us now talk about humility. Humility is when you are humble and a lack of pride. So, talk of pride, pride perishes close relationship, and at some point of time, it backfire also and take away everything that makes you arrogant. When you become arrogant and you feel with pride, then it takes away so many things from you. You have build a relationship over a period of time with all your humility and everything, but with the moment the pride comes, then you lose many things. Even if you are at the highest position, it should not be, it should not overwhelm you. You must be humble and maintain your grace all the time. But humility has nothing to do with meekness or weakness, and neither does it, mean being self-effacing or submissive. Humility is an attitude of spiritual modesty that comes from understanding our place in the larger order of things. It entails not taking our desires, successes, or uh, or failings too seriously. In the past decade, in particular, psychologists have rediscovered the importance of humility. They've established, there's fascinating links between humility and our ability to learn and be effective, leaders, and our readiness to engage in a pro-social behavior. That is why in our school day, they always, our teachers say that maintain humility. You should be humble. If you want to, you are a learner. If you want to learn, always be humble and respect your teacher and get the proper learning, and they will give it you most, honestly. So this does not mean that you should have a low option of yourself. You should realize your potential also. You should realize your hard work, and but not to have the arrogance. There will be always a person who will be better than you in various aspects. Always think that I am right. I'm a good person. At the same time, always think there are better persons are there than me, and I must, always remember this. So again, we must stay very curious and open to the learning. We can learn from anyone and everything at all time. We can learn from friends, family, our children, and people, and our masters. Even we learn from the nature. We learn many things from the animals, birds, and the creatures on this earth. So the entire life is a process of learning. Be humble, then you can learn many more things from your external world, and you can learn precious lessons from the plants even. Okay, and the one more essential trait I shall tell you, that is humor. So humor is a very powerful tool. We can benefit from laughing more and more, but always try to laugh at yourself and never ever try to laugh at others. So laughing with you, it is a great art. Everybody cannot laugh at you. Everybody wants to uh, uh, make others, a laughing stock, but always try to laugh at your own mistakes, laugh at your own, shortcomings. Then I'll tell you, in my day-to-day life, I love my daughters. I always tell them that you must keep the cards close to your heart. Your cards should be to yourself, and if you are happy and you are deeply satisfied with your life, but do not showcase it to others, because not everyone is happy for you, or not everyone is happy in this world. So this also, had to do something with being humble with others. For someone who chooses a place, uh, others first, who accepts her his feelings, and who knows when to ask for help, shows humility. Now I'll come to another aspect, human value, that is called magnanimity. Magnanimity is a very, it sounds very good. So, but most of us, you don't understand what exactly magnanimity means. So magnanimity, makes a man deem himself worthy of great things in consideration of the uh, gifts he holds from God. He must think that magnanimity is a gift from the God, and I hold it, and God has given me this magnanimity to help out others. So magnanimity is striving for greatness even in the face of difficulty. It is a belief in yourself and the uncompromising commitment to strive to be the best you can be. Think about the following questions to help your achieve magnanimity or excellence, or what you call greatness or generosity. So what are the biggest challenges you face in achieving the virtues of magnanimity? Is it fear or failure of losing time? The friends, the heart is much more powerful than the head. Anything that comes from the heart comes with deep passion. Anything that comes from your head, that comes with an ambition. So always try to act from your heart, because it gives you strength, because it is a passion. It is a passion. So don't keep on questioning the past, asking people, why did you do this in the past? Where you love somebody, never question their love for you. If you love someone, don't question their love. Do you really love me? Never ask this. The other person will feel in a constant pressure on proving their love for you. One day you lost that love. So never ever ask people that how much they love you. You should always feel that you are not worthy of the love that you receive. Think that the love you receive is much more than what you deserve. If you come from this space of humility, then you'll behave with magnanimity and dignity in all your dealings. Now, another human value my organization said that you must talk about, that is naturality. What is naturality? Always be natural. Don't put a mask on your face. Don't to be very much artificial, or to show the world something you are not. So naturality is about being natural or being yourself. Everything, or so everyone is trying to be different person, because they want to be liked by another entity. We change our ways, our thoughts, our way of living life, and everything else based on how others perceive you. When we go to social media channels, such as Facebook, Instagram, Twitters, among others, we try to showcase a side of us that doesn't exist. I have often seen the depressed and repressed people hide their identity and showcase a different uh, story altogether online. We want to be liked by the people, it's fine. That's a human nature. We want respect, love, acceptance from strangers. But during the process of portraying a different character, we are causing damage to our mental well-being. We must show what we are, and we must not show what we are not. So why it is too difficult to be yourself? It starts right from childhood when relatives come to our house and talk about Sharma ji ka beta bada perfect beta hai. They appreciate other, they compare. So in their entire process, parents coax children to become a perfect son or daughter. All the parents want the best for their children and try to set a benchmark for the child's well-being and bright future. But comparing and unrealistic expectation, uh, it begins from an early stage, which is very bad. Now I can quote Erving Goffman, a renowned sociologist, talked about the theory of dramaturgy. In this theory, Goffman talks about the front stage and backstage. Everyone knows about the famous William Shakespeare in As You Like It. He says, he wrote about that the world is a big stage and all men and women are merely players. The Goffman said that human beings are playing a role at the front stage. They try to portray the perfect character in the front stage, that is in front of the people. The front stage behavior is visible to the audience. So everything is a part of the performance. The backstage behavior is where a person takes a break. This is where the audience is not present. So according to Irving Goffman, people engage in front stage behavior when they know that others are watching. But when they go to the backstage, they behave naturally and they talk to the people very naturally. So when people engage in backstage behavior, they are free of the expectations and norms that dictate the front stage behavior. So given this, people are often more relaxed, comfortable when they are backstage, and they let their guard down and behave in ways that reflect their uh, uh, uninhabited uninhabited behavior uh, and be their true selves. So they cast off elements of their appearance required for a front stage performance, such as swapping work clothes for casual clothes and long ways. They may even change how they speak and comfort their bodies and carry themselves. So now we can relate both front stage and backstage behavior to the real life and social media. Uh, on Facebook, we showcase our good side. We want our all our friends, colleagues to like it. So that is not expected. Always be natural, behave naturally, speak naturally. One who accepts you naturally, he's your good friend. If people see your mask and judge you, then they are also fools. So now I think I must switch over to the concept of universality. In our sages, in our philosophers, they have given Advaita philosophy. You must follow Advaita Bhava, that is love for all, see divinity in everything, and compassion to all. You are a human being. You can understand the problem of a human being. You are hungry. You can understand the hunger of the other creature. You can understand the hunger of a person, or you can understand the hunger of a animal. So it is not sympathy, rather empathy. You are a human being and you are a part of the whole. You परमात्मा का आप एक अंश हो, एक आत्मा हो, तो परमात्मा सब में है. All are equal and they are the creatures created by the God. So this feeling you should have in your mind that they are not different. They to have the mine and thine. You should not think in these terms. They will think that we are Homo sapiens and I'm a human being. I too have a pain and pleasure. I too have hunger. I too have thirst. And the other person beside me, he is also hungry. He also gets pain. So I should not say something. It will pain him. I shouldn't do anything. It will keep or harm him. So this is a great, human trait, or, a great human value that makes a sort of, uh, makes you human, or that compassion, that, fellow feelingness that brings a sort of pleasure in your heart, and it also gives pleasure to the other people. So many of you have, bragged about your achievements on social media. Even if a person is leading a life filled with poverty, they will showcase that they have all the riches. कहते हैं दुनिया में सब ढोंगी है. ये गरीब आदमी हमेशा कोशिश करता है, कोशिश करके दिखाने के लिए कि मैं अमीर हूं, क्योंकि उसे अपनी गरीबी से डर लगता है, कहते मेरी गरीबी का कोई फायदा ना उठाए. एंड सी ए अमीर मैन, एक अमीर आदमी हमेशा कोशिश करता है कि मैं गरीब हूं दिखाने के लिए, ताकि कोई मुझसे कुछ मांग ना ले. एक डरपोक इंसान हमेशा कोशिश करता है दिखाने के लिए मैं बहुत बड़ा दादा हूं, ये कटा हुआ ये करके अपनी पर्सनैलिटी को बनाता है ताकि लोग मुझसे डरे. बट यू टेक ए ताइक्वांडो पर्सन और ए मार्शल आर्ट पर्सन, he always shows that I'm a gentleman, nobody should call me a goon. So be natural to yourself and be have a universality towards others, then you can live a peaceful life and you'll be happy forever. So our elders have always told us that जितनी बड़ी चादर है उतना पैर फैलाओ. तो बहुत सही कहा इन लोगों ने. जस्ट so that people like us, हम दिखाना चाहते हैं कि लोग हमें like करें, appreciate करें. We forget about the length of our chadar. We go to fancy restaurant, buy exquisite and trendy clothes and indulge in habits that are out of our budget. So just to prove a point that to social media that we are affluent, rich and well-off and wealthy, never ever do that. Now, think of the impression management. That's what we engage in our social media. This brings me to the another point, which is our definition of happiness, short-sighted. Happiness forever is a different thing, but now I would like to focus on the happiness short-sighted. So irresponsible, sexual act with multiple partners, buying expensive clothing, which is out of our budget, falling into the trap of peer pressure, and going out for parties, telling lies to parents, and all of these examples are a part of seeing happiness in a short-sighted way. Peer pressure is somewhat responsible for all the bad mistakes we have made in our life. We fall in a trap of what others are doing and try to do the same to fit into their group. So human values are like acceptance, love, honesty, loyalty, brotherhood, patience, respect, empathy, appreciation, and kindness bring true happiness. The presence of alcohol, drugs, having illicit relationship with multiple partners, being a spendthrift, all these bring short-term happiness. But having human values or core human values will give a person genuine long-term happiness. So loyal to one person, respecting elders, accepting your flaws and working on them, being honest, no matter how ugly the truth sounds, and living with your means are all human values that each of us need. We must remember that short-term happiness doesn't bring us lasting relationship, respect, fortune, or good luck, or peace. With this, I would like to end my lecture and request participants to lead a genuinely happy life, not something that looks good only on social media, WhatsApp, or the newspapers. Go beyond social media. Spend more time on becoming a better human being and build very good real relationship with the people. And also accept yourself the way you are. There are too many carbon copies in this world, but being yourself is a true art. Do not try to fit into people's groups or succumb to peer pressure. Think with your mind, remember the basic human values, and then make the right decisions, and that will make you perfectly happy. So our School of Happiness endeavor all the time to give you the right advice, to listen to it, observe it, and keep it to yourself in the core of your mind or heart. And always remember that when you follow all these golden principles of life, then your life will be very peaceful, very stable. You will feel with the mirth and joy, and you also share this happiness to others. Our this School of Happiness, the motto is that we will impart you the right knowledge, the right attitude, so that you be happy and you also give this happiness to others, the people you come across. So that is my message for today. That is my blessings for you people, and be on the right path, and follow all the human values, and make this society, or this mankind, or this world peaceful, happy, and prosperous. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. आपने बहुत सही कहा, to be yourself. But in School of Happiness, we are just not here to advise you, but also we are here to listen to you. So I request all the participants to share their incidents, their situations, their suggestions, their opinions on whatever sir has discussed.
Now I welcome questions, queries from your side. Who want to ask anything, you can ask.
All the participants are requested that if they want to ask any question, they are most welcome. They can speak out or they can write in the chat box also.
गुड इवनिंग मैम, गुड इवनिंग सर।
गुड इवनिंग।
हाँ सर, मैं ये जानना चाहती हूँ कि जैसे अभी यंग जनरेशन है, हम उसे किस तरह की गाइडलाइन दें, क्योंकि वो सोशल मीडिया पे, इंस्टा पे और फेसबुक पे अपनी फेक आइडेंटिटी के साथ बहुत हैप्पी रहते हैं, जबकि हम गाइडलाइन भी खूब देते हैं और सब बहुत सारी चीजें हैं जो हम रियल लाइफ एग्जांपल्स उनके सामने पेश करते हैं। तो क्या क्या कैसे हम इन लोगों को एक अच्छा रास्ता दिखा सकते हैं, क्योंकि एज अ पेरेंट्स, एज अ टीचर, ये हम सबकी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है, क्योंकि हम इन चीजों से दूर तो हो नहीं सकते। हम खुद समझ सकते हैं, इम्प्लीमेंट कर सकते हैं, पर यंग जनरेशन को इसके लिए कैसे मोटिवेट करें?
देखिए, ये तो आप जो सवाल पूछ रहे हैं, आप एक ऐसे मोड पे हम पहुंच चुके हैं, बहुत डिफिकल्ट तो लगता है लेकिन नामुमकिन नहीं। आप यंग जनरेशन की बात कर रहे हैं, आप छोटे छोटे बच्चों को देख लीजिए, उनका जो अट्रैक्शन है मोबाइल के प्रति, यू माइट हैव कम अक्रॉस। तो देखो, एक एज इज वेरी डिफिकल्ट एज। यंग पीपल, दे आर ऑलवेज इंक्विजिटिव टू नो द होल वर्ल्ड। हम पहले कहते थे कि हम परिवार का संस्कार नहीं है, क्या परिवार का संस्कार था, बट नाउ यू आर ओपन अप टू ए लार्जर वर्ल्ड, जहां पर एक यंग माइंड इज वेरी इंक्विजिटिव है, वेरी बहुत ही जानना चाहता है, दुनिया को जानना चाहता है, अच्छी चीजों को जब लेना चाहता है, साथ साथ कुछ बुरी चीजें भी आ जाती है। हम जो सोशल मीडिया कहते हैं, इंस्टाग्राम कहते हैं, ये देखो अच्छी चीज भी है। इंडियंस आर एट द टॉप ऑफ द वर्ल्ड जहां तक सॉफ्टवेयर का सवाल है। इंडियन माइंड्स आर वेरी वेरी ब्रिलियंट माइंड्स। लेकिन कहते हैं जब आप कुछ अच्छी चीज के खोज में जाते हो, एवरीथिंग इज देयर इन द स्काई, गुड थिंग्स आर देयर, बैड थिंग्स आर देयर। लेकिन जब कोई बच्चा इन सब चीजों को जब एक्सेस करना चाहता है, एक पीयर ग्रुप होता है, वो पीयर ग्रुप क्या करता है, कुछ चीजों को ऐसे एक्सेस करके देता है which he doesn't want, but ये पीयर प्रेशर है। तो उसमें क्या होता है, द सर्कल यू क्रिएट, आपका जो सर्कल कैसा है, जब वही तय करता है कि भाई आप किस संगत में है और कैसे इन चीजों को लेते हैं। एक सज्जन ने पूछा, भाई एक लड़की देखने जाना है, वो कहता है, या फिर कहता है कि लड़का देखने जाना है, तो आप एक नजर देख के कैसे समझ जाओगे? बिल्कुल नहीं। कहते हैं कि इसके माँ बाप को देखो ना, घर देखो ना, बस देख लो, उसे सर्कल को देख लो। एक आदमी को समझना है, इफ यू वांट टू जज ए पर्सन, यू सी सर्कल, और उसके जो संगत है, सर्कल है, उसी से आप इस व्यक्ति को पहचान सकते हो। तो हमारे यहाँ जो हो रहा है, जितने भी हमारा एक्सेस है, जो भी हमारे पास है, जो गूगल है, तुम्हारा इंटरनेट है, इसमें क्या होता है, एक पीयर सर्कल ही खराब करता है। यू आर ए गुड बॉय, यू वांट नॉलेज, यू वांट टू हैव एक्सेस टू गेट मच मोर इंफॉर्मेशन, लेकिन उसमें क्या होता है, तुम्हारे जो पीयर होते, ग्रुप होते, फ्रेंड्स होते, वही क्या करते हैं, देयर इनक्विजिटिव, कहते हैं इससे देखो, इससे देखो। इसी से क्या होता है, इफ his conscience doesn't walk properly, he goes by his whims, then he's in the wrong path. So इसीलिए हमेशा try to, I ask all these young people to keep a good circle, and a circle which believes in discipline, which believes in knowledge, which believes in career, believes in to achieve something in their life. जो लोग पथभ्रष्ट हो जाते हैं, those who get deviated from the right path, they meet unsuccess in their life. So everybody must understand. हम बता सकते हैं, समझा सकते हैं young people को, जैसे आप लोग आए हो स्कूल ऑफ हैप्पीनेस. स्कूल is a pleasure for some people. School is also a punishment for some of the people. But why among crores and crores of youngsters, why you people came to the school of happiness? आपको लगता है यहाँ से कुछ अच्छी चीजें मिलेगी? क्योंकि अल्टीमेट एम ऑफ आवर लाइफ इज हैप्पीनेस. मैं पढ़ूंगा, नौकरी करूंगा, पैसा कमाऊंगा, परिवार करूंगा, सबको खुश रखूंगा, एक सुखी जीवन बिताऊंगा, चाहते तो सभी, लेकिन उसके लिए आपने कैसे बेस बनाया है? यू हैव क्रिएटेड अ गुड बेस, योर पेरेंट हैज गिवन यू ए गुड संस्कार, एंड यू रिमेन इन अ गुड सर्कल, and which are positive and which are inspiring, then your life is good. अगर इन्हीं सब प्रक्रिया में आप गलत संगत में आ गए, तो you meet with failure. तो हमेशा यूथ को हम बताए, जो हमारे पार्टिसिपेंट हैं, मैंने बताना चाहूंगा, always try to choose good people, right people, those are they're real friends, good friends, and when you do something wrong, they have got the courage to say that it is wrong, and when you do some good thing, they appreciate. तो ऐसे सर्कल में रहने से क्या होता है, जैसे हमने देखा है हॉस्टल लाइफ में, हमने हॉस्टल लाइफ में देखा जितने सक्सेसफुल हुए हैं, they had a very good circle. शाम को बैठते हैं, काफी कुछ बातें होती है फ्रेंड सर्कल में, कॉफी हाउस में बैठ के, we talks anything under the sky, but जो गुड सर्कल होता है, कहीं ना कहीं कुछ एकेडमिक चीजें छेड़ देता है, कोई एंथ्रोपोलॉजी से, कोई सोशियोलॉजी से, कोई हिस्ट्री से, कोई पॉलिटिकल साइंस से, कोई साइकोलॉजी से, अब हम वेरियस डिसिप्लिन फ्रेंड सर्कल्स होता है. एक चीज को आप हिस्टोरिकल एंगल से देख सकते हो, उसे एंथ्रोपोलॉजिस्ट वो अपने एंगल से देख सकता है, एक पॉलिटिकल साइंटिस्ट अपने एंगल से देख सकता है, एक सोशियोलॉजिस्ट अपने एंगल से देख सकता है. तो क्या एक कॉन्सेप्ट ले लीजिए, रेवोल्यूशन. रेवोल्यूशन के बारे में पॉलिटिकल साइंस क्या कहता है, हिस्ट्री क्या कहता है, सोशियोलॉजी क्या कहता है, इवन आपका साइकोलॉजी क्या कहता है. ये जो डिस्कशन होता है, जब मेरे एग्जाम के पर्चे में रेवोल्यूशन पे मैं कुछ लिखूंगा, तो माई होराइजन विल मच लार्जर देन द पॉलिटिकल साइंस फ्रेंड्स. क्यों? उन्होंने सिर्फ एक एंगल से देखा है. लेकिन एक सर्कल ऐसा होता है, वो क्या करता है, आपको एक अच्छा होराइजन देता है, आपको एक वाइड स्पेक्ट्रम देता है. तो ऑलवेज ट्राई टू बी इन ए गुड सर्कल व्हिच इज मोर डिसिप्लिन्ड, मोर फोकस्ड, सो दैट ये सब चीजें आपको ज्यादा परेशान नहीं करेगी. हम इतना ही कह सकते हैं, बाकी एक्सेप्ट करना ना करना ये आपकी.
थैंक यू वेरी मच सर, बहुत ही अच्छा डिस्क्राइब किया आपने, और मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा कि कई चीजों के बारे में हम लोग जानते हुए भी थोड़ा सा अनभिज्ञ रह जाते हैं.
Am I audible?
यस सर, यू आर.
Yes, sir, you are audible.
हाँ, मैं ये कह रहा था, एक लड़की आई, बोली सर मुझे गाइड कीजिए, मुझे क्या करना है. तुम अपना मार्कशीट दिखाओ. सर देखने लायक नहीं है, आप मुझे बताइए मैं क्या करूं, क्या करियर ऑप्शन चूज करूं, क्या कोर्स चूज करूं. तो मैंने बोला कि तुम चाइनीज लैंग्वेज ले लो. चाइनीज लैंग्वेज. सर चाइनीज से क्या होगा? मैं देखो बेटा, अभी हमारे चल रहा है उनके साथ ट्रेड रिलेशन, चल रहा है. Chinese want Hindi speaking people and Hindi speaking people want Chinese. तो इसमें एक कुछ ना कुछ career option मिल जाएगा. So after 6 months she came, sir, I did my course and I got a job. Then after 6 months came, I went to China, and she said, "Thank you, uncle. It is all because of you. I am successful." But it's not that I said this, but you accepted this. हमारे बच्चे हमारी बात नहीं सुनते. तुमने सुना, मैंने कहा बहुत बड़ी बात नहीं, तुमने सुना, अमल किया, then you are successful. तो इसीलिए हम हमारे यंगस्टर्स को यही कह सकते हैं कि एडवाइस देना, गाइड करना हमारा काम है. सुनना ना सुनना, it depends upon you. How your conscience works, how you go by the words of your teacher. अगर स्कूल ज्वाइन किया है and in true sense of term you want to learn something and to implement in your life, then always go by that. ये सब जो जितने भी आपके जो नेटवर्क्स हैं, आपका इंस्टाग्राम है, सोशल मीडिया है, हम ये तो नहीं कि सभी बुरे हैं, उसमें अच्छे भी हैं. You choose the right option, you should choose the right thing and go ahead. Am I clear, the questioner?
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Okay,
Thanks a
you are
lot.
most welcome.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your kind words with us. Anyone, any question from all the participants?
So, no, yeah, if the organizer here, Director Saab, T.K. Misra ji, my good friend, Nidhi, Shreya, and Mahinder. So we are a very good circle, and this circle has created the School of Happiness. You see, one has visualized, then he got people, involved. So now you see the outcome is the School of Happiness, because the right-minded people or the right people got together and they created a platform, which platform is going to, impart all their, experiences, knowledge, and so that you benefit. आपने knowledge acquire कर लिया, it's not enough. You must share this knowledge with the society or or your brothers, so that they benefit out of it. So I thank the organizers. I thank the participants for being with me and to share my views. So be good human beings. Always follow human values and human traits, and be happy. That's my blessing.